everybody, Josh Jr. here for yet another in-shop adventure. Here you see 4 empty 12-pound barrels. That's a problem because we're not making rocks shiny right now. So what we'll do is we're going to go through and fill in each one of these individually, and I'll show you what I'm putting in them. And then we'll put I'll tell you what the recipe is exactly for some of you out there who complain that I don't give enough information. You can't make some people happy, but that's okay. I am here to provide a service. I will give you some information. In some things, it is better to figure out on your own. I know some people don't like that. They like to be held. They like to be handheld. They're afraid to do anything on their own. Okay, enough of that. So this first barrel number 1. See, you can even see number 1 back there. I opened up this container here, and it is stuff that I have rolled before. So evidently it did not meet my standard to move on to medium grit. It's been such a long time ago, I don't remember, but I know what some of this material is. That is Douglas County? Yeah, Douglas County jasper. There's a chunk of petrified wood. That's a piece of quartzite. That's a piece of agate. That's Saddle Mountain petrified wood. Another Saddle Mountain petrified wood. Another chunk of agate, another chunk of Saddle Mountain petrified wood, chunk of jasper. That there is a cut off piece of orbicular rhyolite. That's a jasp agate. So yeah, no idea what the heck that is. It almost looks like a common opal. I don't care, I'll throw it in there. Jasper. That one didn't want to make it in there. You will still make it. So basically you got the idea. And yes, one of these Maxwell House large containers is close to being enough to fill it. I've got this other container here. And see, look at this. There's some cutting ends in here too. So could have I made cabochons out of some of these? I'm sure I could have. Even a rejected one. That's fine. Nothing goes to waste with me. If I can't, yeah, see, that's that's end cut. That one probably will not survive. And to show you that nothing goes to waste with me, take this out here. Here's all my cuttings off the trim saw. So I'll take a couple of these, throw them in there, and in all honesty, if they don't survive, that's okay. It doesn't bother me. But these end pieces here and these cuttings make very good filler. Okay, that's good enough for that one there. So, let me go get the material for these 3. And probably each one of them is going to be different, which may create a problem when it's time to go to medium grit, but I'll deal with that at that time. Okay, here's what I'm going to put in these other barrels. Well, kind of. Barrel number 1, I'm going to move it to barrel number 4 because that rolls on the QT12 and it rolls slower than barrels 1, 2, and 3 do. And I'm going to put this stuff in barrels 1, 2, and 3. And this is stuff that's picked up off of the Oregon coast. It's bigger material. It's bigger than I generally will tumble. But might as well do something different. Because I usually don't do pieces this big. But because of what this stuff is, it may be rolling in coarse grit 2 or 3 times. Something better yet, I'm changing as we go. This is why it is so difficult for me to give instructions on what to do. So this is going to go into here. And of course, there we go. That goes in there. That one's done. These no rhyme or reason, all from the southern Oregon coast. I pulled a lot of these out of our rock pile because I dumped these knowing that this is what I'm going to do with them. So I'll go ahead and get these put in here, and then I will tell you what I'm going to do. Okay, decision's been made what I'm going to do with this. But you see, went ahead and filled them up to the levels I like. Now, these ones down here are much smoother. Hardly any flaws on them. These will be filler as these wear down. So now I don't have to worry about, okay, I'm reducing the amount of material in my barrels and all this yada yada stuff. So, let me go get to you what my latest change of plan idea is. So, here's my change of plans. Will this focus? There you go. That is 3/4 of a cup of 36 grit silicon carbide. That is my change of plans. So that was a 3/4 of a cup. I don't want to put a full half cup, but I don't want to put much less in there. So about like that. This will be about 1 1/3 cups, roughly. For those of you who want to be precise, go for it. Estimating is good enough for me. Now, these 12-pound barrels are the smallest barrels you want to use for 36 grit and 4670, because there's not enough volume, mass, to break it down in a 3-pound barrel. Ideally, this will work better in a, trying to think of what's the sizes out there. 60 pound is a perfect size for 36 grit. That is absolutely primo. Because in those bigger barrels, it's more common to run these bigger rocks. So I'm going to go to, as you can tell, I've already had the 36 grit. That one there, I'm going to run 60/90. Same amount, 1 1/3 cups of 60/90. But these here, 1 1/3 cups of 36 grit. I'm going to run them for 6 days. But then due to a personal schedule, I have to let them sit. I'll clean them out, get them ready. I have to let them sit until I am available again to restart them in 4670. And it'll be 1 1/3 cups of that. That may go twice. I don't know. We won't know until that point until we're to that point. So I've got all kinds of projects going on. The saw cutting project, the tumbling project. I've got some other polishing projects I've got going on here. Multiple things to keep me busy. I'm going to be pulling out my whiteboard and going with those. I'm also probably going to start some specialty patches in my little Harbor Freight tumblers too. And we'll see how some of those specialty patches go. Something else too. Just realized something I got to throw into this. I was cutting petrified wood the other day, and that's what happened to the slabs. It was highly fractured all the way through it. There. They're off my bench. Again, nothing goes to waste. Does not matter. These will probably end up being ground down to absolutely nothing. It'll end up with sludge, but they're there. Okay, so I'm going to add my borax, my 6090, fill it up to just below the rock level, and with water, and I'm going to roll these for 6 or 7 days. Generally, and same with this one here, because of the coarser grit, it'll take a little bit longer for it to break down these bigger pieces, or the bigger grit size, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not a technical person. I throw stuff in a barrel, I throw water in it, I throw white stuff, and I turn it on for however long I feel like it. There, that is what goes through my head. All this precise stuff that people want doesn't go through my head. Sorry. Okay, I will get these rolling and we will show you the 4 barrels, or the 4 barrels rolling next. Okay, it is running. Had to perform some maintenance. Even the beast needs some maintenance from time to time. The slave belt needed to get replaced. I replace that once a year about, and it's really expensive at $1.74. So that is running, and the QT12 is running. So because I am going off of a totally different set of procedures than what I normally do, I'll be honest, I have no idea when I'm going to shut this thing down. The sound of it will probably tell me when it's ready. The QT12 up there, I'm going to say 7 to 8 days, so that would be, 7 to 8 days. And this one here, I'm going to probably go for 7 days, maybe longer. So we will see. I don't think I'm going to be able to have another get it rolling again prior to my commitment that I've got coming up. But that's okay. It's all for fun, all for enjoyment, all for relaxation, and that's what this is all about. I'm trying to sell a few things just to pay for consumables. Got the cabochons that's available, batches of polished rocks that's available, batches of polished obsidian, but you know, that's not what it's about to me. What it's about is just doing something that's relaxing. With that, I'll let you guys go. Just remember, everyone's life is an adventure. Then there's mine, rolling some rocks. This is the Adventures of Josh Jr. Have a good one, everybody. See ya!